Dear YMC members, I am Jen, your Health and Wellness Director, and I am here with Ashley and Jill. How are we doing, ladies?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. I hope you guys at home are doing just as well. As you can see, our video setup is now a little bit different. The three of us are now at home, but that doesn't mean that we will not be here for you. Over our 4-day prep to get as many videos as we could done, we were able to complete 17 workout videos for you guys. We will still do small challenges and workouts from home, but we also wanted to try something a little bit different. All of our workouts will remain up on both Facebook and on our YouTube channel. So we challenge you to create your own routines or do your own workout at home and add one of our challenges in at the end of your workout. After this week, you will have plenty to pick from. And we would like to thank you guys for all the great feedback on the classes. It has really meant a lot to all of us, so thank you very much for that. Keep them coming, keeps us motivated. So today we wanted to try something a little bit more laid back. I know I can speak for all of us trainers that we get asked daily questions about motivation, accountability, what to eat when, how much water you should drink, and how many days of cardio versus strength that you should do. My list could go on and on. So over the next few weeks, this is our new adventure. I would like to make clear that these are not black or white topics. Not everything works the same for same people. So with that being said, these are just ideas to help lead you to make positive decisions for yourself and find what works best for you. Between the three of us, we have a lot of knowledge and experience, but I think that for us, this is more going to be like three friends just chatting about fitness, enjoying each other, that we can still see each other while we're not at the gym as well. And maybe you'll be able to take something away from our trial and errors over the last couple years. And maybe one or two things will resonate well with you. And I will guarantee we will deliver some laughs along the way. And guarantee our conversations will be extremely interesting. So any feedback that you could give us would be great. We're doing our best to stay connected as best we can. Feel free to add in the comments any topic ideas related to fitness that you would like us to cover. All right, now that that's done, now I can stop reading my little spiel here for you guys. Let's get to our first topic. We're going to talk about motivation and accountability today. All right, ladies, how do we feel about motivation and accountability?
Oh, geez.
It's Jill.
It's Jill.
I'm here.
You're black on my screen.
Oh,
The technical difficulties here, guys. We're doing the best we can with what we have.
Yes.
At least we can hear just the audio, right?
right. I'm still here.
I'm still here. So how do we stay motivated? Jill, how do you stay motivated?
How do I stay motivated?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard with this time, especially, but I try to make my little goals list. I try to write down my goals for at least the day to kind of get me rolling. And if I meet those little goals, I feel like my motivation just continues throughout the day, which helps me a lot.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Ashley? How do you stay motivated?
I think it's definitely different depending on kind of like what season I'm in for sure. Like not necessarily is like been continuous over the past like year or whatever, but I think kind of what Jill said too. And I think maybe I'm more of like a bigger goal type of person. So like when I ran a marathon last October, like that was my huge goal of like, and that's how I planned, you know, especially my fitness and my health type of goals based off of that. But I'm very like task oriented type of a person in general. So like really having those kind of markers to kind of check yourself and see like, okay, how am I doing with that? And that's kind of what motivates me to keep going, whether I need to stay the path I'm on or kind of change direction a little bit, just kind of being able to have those things set kind of in stone. They're a little bit movable, but helps keep me definitely on track.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
for sure. I agree. I think like lists are really good to stay motivated, as really, I think, positive to scratch something off your list and be like, I finished that today, whether it be a workout or just your daily tasks around your house. I think are really, and then to like, just like, how do we stay disciplined here away from the gym? Even on days that when we had the gym in our life, right? Like, how do we keep that as a discipline? I know for us, we work there, so people are going to see this and say, well, you guys work at the gym, you have to be there for that. But that still takes discipline to work out even when we're not there. So how do we kind of tackle that? Discipline is hard. I know.
It is very hard. I'm not that disciplined. I'm not gonna lie.
But you are. You have to take your dog for walks, so like you get
That's
out.
very true. He keeps me going outside and playing fetch because he'll just stare at me until I do.
At least he's cute, right?
I know, so that helps. I don't know where he is. Somewhere. He's pouting.
Because he can't go on a walk right now.
Yeah, yesterday I took him for a walk and we came home and he started whining because we were done. So they have to be longer.
I think, oh, it's funny. I think for like me with discipline, this might maybe sound bad, but like I feel like the discipline comes from me is because like this is our job. And we're so visible to so many members too that we kind of have to live that life that we preach, which isn't always the case. I will be honest. We're all human. And for those of you that know me well, know I love cookie dough and I will eat that all day, every day if I can. But I still think finding that balance between your gym life and being a real person, that's like where that fine line of having the discipline is. Like every day we see people that are like, man, like, you must be in such good shape. You must eat so good. And that's not always the case. But I think motivating me is because we do kind of have to lead by example. And I think we do a good job of that. At least I hope our members feel like we do a good job of that. But staying away from, when we're not at the gym, that would be kind of what drives me, I guess, is kind of living that life that you lead in that gym setting.
Mm-hmm.
Being a good example for others too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like going back to like motivation, we had kind of talked about this too, like with like a new routine. I know everyone's craving to get back to the normal. Normal for everybody is always so different. So there's not going to be the normal. We're not going to be able to go back to like what it was, 6 months ago, this routine that we had. So now it's like coming up with our new normal, our new routine. And being okay with that too, I think is good. Like change, everybody hates change, but I don't think change is horrible.
No.
Do you guys handle change well?
No.
She's like, no.
Not gonna lie.
No.
It takes a little adjustment to get used to that. But after, it's never a bad thing. Change is never a bad thing, but it's just that adjustment that you need.
Well, it's like that one like inevitable like part of life that like things are never always going to stay the same, but yet at the same time, like how do we like navigate through that weird season of when that change does happen and you're like longing for what used to be maybe, or like wishing things would change faster maybe, and like being okay with just kind of sitting in that change and like just letting it be, and then working toward whatever that change is gonna make happen in your life. I don't know.
Yeah. Being patient.
Yeah, for sure.
Relationship building. We're here supporting relationships everywhere. It's good.
Came home for lunch, so.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think, and too, they say like, you can build that new routine in 21 days, right? We're kind of stuck in this new environment now for at least 3 weeks. So getting creative with your new routine, whether that be you're watching us talk about things that you might care about or might not care about, but that's okay, or sleeping in a little bit. Maybe you're going for a walk. Maybe you take up running, getting outside when you're not used to that, you're always coming to classes at the gym, or you're a big treadmill runner, like get outside, enjoy the sunshine when we get it. I know it's there today, but you just get that fresh air. It's now summer is coming, warmer weather's coming, thank goodness. So like now is the perfect time to not kind of maybe stay negative. I don't want to say that everyone's being negative, but we have a lot of worries on our plate right now. But now it's like, hey, how about we make this the best we possibly can and say, I'm going to do a new routine. I'm going to challenge my body a little bit differently. I will share, I on Facebook today, and if she's watching, she'll know this, made a comment that she did one of our videos for the first time, and she said it was a little weird or a little strange, but she enjoyed it, and I think that was kind of funny. But that's the change. Like you're used to us in front of you physically. Kind of have to get over that and be like, this is the best we can do, and enjoy the little struggles along the way that might be a little bit different. But I think that that's all good. Back to, we were kind of got off track on talking more about change than about being motivated, but I think so that's all good. Back to motivation stuff here would be like preferences here, ladies, for us, like working out solo, or do you like prefer the buddy system when it comes to motivation?
See, I'm both ways. Like I would love having a buddy to work out with, but yet I like to do things solo. But I like having someone that's there to encourage me, but maybe not work out with me. So that's great for Corey because he doesn't work out. So he gives me my space when I need it, when I need to work out or like go meditate or something. Like he's like, you need me to leave? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So just having someone that understands what you want to do and like kind of is like, okay, I'll let you do your thing. But one day he'll work out with me. One day. Don't
like
know
the
when.
support, the support system.
Yeah, the support, right? Not
you, Ashley?
quite my workout buddy yet.
Working towards it.
Right?
I think primarily probably is more solo for me, and it's more out of like, you don't want to say I get annoyed with people easily, but like you're working out with someone, unless you're like on the same exact level and like you kind of like, I kind of have my plan of what I want to do and what I want to get better at and that kind of thing, it can be a little more challenging for me to be able to like do it with another person if we're not doing like the same thing, if that makes sense. Because I'm the type of person that likes to just like go and do what I want to do and get it done and not like sit there and talk for like 10 minutes in between. So I think that's like, even though I teach a lot of group classes, it's still very like, this is what we're doing, and then we go through it all, and then we still have that encouragement in that community and our woohoos, right? Like throughout class, but it's not like we're sitting there taking a break every 5 minutes to chat,
right,
and like starting again. I don't know if that
right.
I'm pretty like task oriented. So for me, like I love the group atmosphere of accountability once we get to that point too. But I would probably say I'm more of a solo workout person myself. Like music drives me. So you necessarily don't want to be, I love my friends and I love motivating people and being around them, but the music really gets me through my workout. And we've mentioned being task oriented. I don't want to be at the gym all day, even though we are, but like if I were my own workout, you want to get in, you want to get it done, and you want to go home and go to the next thing. So I would say like I like the buddy system. I like someone to get you to the gym to say we're going to go do this, but once you get to the gym, you split and what you want to do, and I do what I want to do, and that kind of works well for, I should say works well for Justin and I, even though we don't go to the gym together really, but he's there doing his own thing because his gains and his goals are different than mine, and if I choose to work out, I would rather do cardio than lift weights personally. So and he's the opposite of that, but to be in the same environment, knowing that we're there kind of on the same task, I think is good. Definitely need like both earbuds and music cranked to through whatever I have planned for myself that day. So yeah. Even two guys at home, you can share in the comments, like if you're a solo or you're a buddy system fan, and just kind of engage with us here a little bit and see what you like. And we'd love to hear from you. So don't forget to write in the comments. Moving along here too, like we kind of talked about results, like equaling motivation as well. I mean, how many people have you had in class that come up to you and say like, I've plateaued, I'm not getting any more results. Like, how can I change that? So what's the quick answer to that? Change your routine. That's what it is, right? Do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think encouraging, especially, you know, our members that have their classes that they love, which is awesome, and they have that community and that, you know, maybe that relationship with a certain instructor, but at the same time, like, how can we be motivating and challenging to them to say like, hey, why don't you, you know, if they're letting us know that that's kind of where they're at, like, what is something they can do on the side? What is maybe a new class they can try? And, you know, like we said, getting into maybe a little bit different routine for a little bit, because we know that our bodies are gonna plateau if we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So, and I think it's also up to us, you know, as instructors to not, you know, to be in the know and like changing things and not, you know, making things repetitive for so long. You know, it's good to follow a program and whatever, but you know, once you've done like 4 to 6 weeks of the same thing, like
What to switch it up.
Yeah.
It's easy to get into a rut for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think for like your own mental like state too, to like change things up, because it can get very monotonous and like, oh, I've done this a million times.
Mm-hmm.
Not super motivating. At least that's how I see it.
Oh yeah.
And not to like and not to pick on like runners, because I know there's a lot of runners out there. But we do, that's a good example of, I don't want to say a rut even, but like you, especially if you're training, because let's say for you too, Ashley, like training for your race, like you ran and ran and ran. I'm sure you did some cross training in that too, but we really do focus on, like, if you're going through a training program, that's what your focus is.
Right.
That's kind of, and I feel like it's very easy to get stuck with what you like, too, not challenge your body into something else. I mean, because we can be honest, all three of us that teach classes, the same classes every week, you could really describe that as a rut, because we do the same thing for months on end, even though the classes, the exercises may change and slightly differ, but our routine is much the same. So we're kind of like that hypocrite slightly. We're telling people to do, you know, but this is our job, right? So, but to that, it's, and recognize that rut and say like, okay, you know, for Splash, Jill, or whatever, like, you guys, we're doing something different today because this is kind of what you're used to. Let's switch it up. And
for sure.
like on a personal level, like, Jill, have you gotten to that plateau stage ever in your life and feel like, what the heck, I'm putting in so much effort, but I'm not really getting the results that I want right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that was when I got personal trainer. So I was just like, what else? I feel like I've done everything I could, and I wasn't as motivated because obviously I wasn't seeing results. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So then I went to got personal trainer, and then from there I got different ideas, different ways of, splitting up my workout and trying different things, and that really helped. So that motivated me more, because I'm like, I have a whole new range of like different exercises, combinations I can do together. And yeah, I did hit a plateau, and it was very discouraging. But I realized you're going to fail. You're going to get stuck, but it's how you come out of it is what really motivated me, because I got out of it and I was like, okay, see, I'm doing it now. And from there, it just kind of snowballed, and it's been better. No more rut.
That's good. That's really good. I think that's motivating for like members, and even for myself to hear, because like we've all, I believe, like had our journey of how we got into fitness. And I mean, everybody in this world, I believe, has struggled with weight at some point in their life. And so to know that like we, all three of us and all of our instructors, are human and struggle with that on a daily basis, but realize like you can be motivated, get out of that rut and find that new path that works for you. And that just makes me smile, like to hear people's success stories like that. And I know I've talked to you before about it and stuff, but I think that really helps with the motivation side for people too, because right now being stuck in your home, I think, is a really difficult mentally to get yourself motivated without the push of somebody else getting on you.
Mm-hmm. My dog's growling.
Your dog. Take me outside.
He's watching other dogs go for a walk.
Oh, so sad.
I'm sorry.
So
buddy.
keeping up with our working out. So next topic, like working out in the morning versus the PM, like pros and cons related to motivation. Ashlee, what's your preference? Do you like mornings or evenings?
I'm definitely a morning person in general. So like for me, definitely working out in the morning is when I'm more motivated to do it. And then once it gets like later in the day, it's kind of just like keep putting it off. And it's like, oh, well, now I got to do this. I got to make dinner. I got to go here. Oh, it's time for bed. Like, shoot, didn't like get it in.
Yep.
Darn.
There's always tomorrow.
Right.
But I think it's, you know, not even necessarily first thing in the morning, but I think a lot of like, I mean, how my work schedule, what it has been is me working out first thing in the morning, which is easier to me than like getting up, not having something planned, and then you just kind of let the rest of the day go, unfortunately, kind of for me. But I think it's totally dependent on the person. Like Josh, like he hates getting up, and so for him to work out in the morning is like he's not motivated. He doesn't want to do it, and I don't want to force him to like go to the gym at 6 a.m. if he's just gonna not want to do anything and not be motivated. He'd rather go at like 7 p.m. That's when he gets like his energy and his like, I don't know, his kind of like burst of, oh, I want to like go do this. But we're definitely not the same in that way, which is okay. And I think playing into like your strengths of like who you are as a person is better than trying to go with like what someone else is doing or what someone told you to do too, is like listening to your own body and your own kind of way of life and fitting it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, morning or PM?
Yeah, I'm morning person. Afternoon, I'm useless. It needs to be done in the morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, day goes by and I'm like, it's too late. And
I agree.
Like, oh, morning. I was gonna say, like for Corey, he's like Josh. He has to do it in the evening. Like because he wakes up, goes to work, and then he comes home, but he's never really motivated after work to do it. But that's when he has time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and usually I have time in the morning.
Yeah.
So trying to figure that out.
That's playing into your strengths. Listen to Ashlee. I'm in the same boat. I'm a morning person. That's probably why the three of us get along so well. Like, I mean, we all seem pretty motivated in the mornings, getting to the gym and teaching those early classes. Trying to get up early within our day. I know I've been sleeping in a little bit the last couple of days. Jill, you're still getting up bright and early. I mean, Ashlee, you're getting your routine in for this new plan for the next few weeks. Justin is definitely an evening person, so there's no way he would really. He does come to the gym sometimes in the morning, but it's painful. At night. But for me, I know personally, I do teach the early morning classes and I teach the night classes even currently. But over the last few years, morning has always been better. I really like the 5:45 time slot. I have to say that now. I don't love getting up that early at 4:30 in the morning, but it is nice to know the workout's done for the rest of the day. I feel like you're awake. You've already had water in, so you're really hydrated from that. I think it's a great way to start your day because by the time it comes around, you are tired from work and you have every excuse in the book to not get to the gym. And two, for me, teaching a class at night, I'm definitely more sluggish. I think too, just knowing my work day by 5:30, if I have to teach like an evening class, it's more painful to get motivated and want to be in that room doing that. So I'm definitely more of a morning person. So again, guys, put in the comments, are you more of an AM person or a PM workouter? You know, that was my new word of the day, workouter, by the way. So workouter. You guys, this is like raw footage. You can see what you get. You know, things are going to come out a little bit weird. We'll warn you ahead of time. It's going to get like that. So
it's going to get weird.
It's going to get weird. So moving on to that, like accountability, right? So I think that's something that all of us really hear at the gym, right? Is like, what do you want from us? How can we help you? And accountability, I think, is huge.
Mhm.
Already went over some of that, like lists, being task oriented, like telling your friend or spouse, kind of like the buddy system, but not really. Like being like, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm telling you this because I want you to ask me in an hour if you went to the gym, or
Yeah.
you know, because I would have my tail between my legs if I went to Justin and said like, I'm going to go do this, and he's like, did you do it? And I'd be like, no, I didn't. So, yeah. So what works for you guys for accountability?
It's definitely Corey. I always tell him to keep me like, I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm like, make sure I do it. But he's always hesitant because he's like, I don't want to say something and you get mad. I'm like, but I'm telling you, I'm like, you need to make me like do it, or just check in and be like, hey, did you do this today? And if I didn't, then I'm like, oh crap, he knows. Like, oh, I need to get it done now. Right? It's been nice. And I've also brought like my mom into it. I'm like, hey mom, like once a week, just ask me like, hey, did you get a workout in? Or like, how have your eating habits been? Because I'm a stress eater for sure. Those Oreos don't help. Like that's what I do. And so my mom's like, she'll check in like, hey, how's your stress level? She's like, keeping the Oreos out of the fridge. So just kind of reaching out to people, like, to be like, hey, can you check in on me? Which I'm glad they do, because I'd probably be like knee deep in Oreo boxes or something.
We all have our vice. It's okay.
Right? Cookie dough.
Yes. And I am currently in Oreos Anonymous. So I just graduated to cookie dough.
Graduated, moving up.
Yes, I'm moving up. We're going raw this time.
Going raw.
How about you, Ash? She's like shaking her head over there. No. What do you do?
Can I end this?
I do love my peanut butter though. That's got a lot of calories in it.
Good for protein.
Yeah.
It's not good if you eat the whole jar though. Not helpful.
Not the whole jar.
That's why I make my own now. So I just put peanuts in the blender and then it makes it, and that's all I have. And then I have to go make more, and it's kind of a pain to get it out of the blender. So makes me like stretch it out,
Work hard for your snack.
Yeah, use it for other things. Oh goodness. I don't know. I don't feel like I have like any like accountability partners really like currently. I think when I was like training for the marathon, Josh would kind of get on me a little bit because I would put off my long runs a lot. Or wait until it was really dumb because it was the summer and I'd like wait until the middle of the day and then it's like 85 degrees. And 12 miles and 85 degrees is not fun. Just let me tell you that. But I think kind of like what we were talking about before though is like having this be like your job and your I don't know, kind of like the field that I've been in and wanted to go in since high school, that like that's kind of what keeps me accountable. Is like I don't want to like put on a show for people at the gym or like on social media or whatever and say like, oh, this is like what I'm doing, this is my workout, blah blah blah, and then like come home and like don't do anything on the weekends or like eat terrible. Like that's kind of for me my accountability is just being kind of true to what I'm portraying to other people and trying to be my best for that when I'm not visible to others.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's been fun to see through the accountability process is, I was new to Facebook a handful of years ago, and I had just created my personal Facebook page, and I had made two groups on there for our morning crew and then our night gang that was on there. So for those of you that are on those, that's awesome still. And right when this happened and the Y shut down, those morning crew people posted and they're like, this is what I did today. This is my version of accountability. I'm posting it here. So everybody in those classes that was coming at that time would see that. And it's created this amazing like conversation among all those morning crew people. And I think that that's really cool to see. I did not instigate that at all, and that just happened. That crew of people had built that connection and that family at the gym, and they're still connecting back and forth and posting even the videos they're doing of ours, and posting them in there and just saying that this is my accountability, this is what I did today. And I think that is amazing. So if you guys haven't already found your accountability at home, remember to follow us on our Instagram, our Facebook, and be a part of some of those groups, and or personally, friend any of us three on Facebook, and we can direct you into some of those groups as well to kind of keep you motivated along the way, because you're not in this alone. None of us are alone. There's all of us here waiting to help you. And so if you don't personally have an accountability buddy or somebody that you can consider that, well, maybe one of the three of us or all three of us here can be your accountability buddy and get you through the next 3-4 weeks, whatever this has in store for us. And yeah, I mean, I think that that's cool to see. And just so that you guys know too, the three of us are still human and we struggle with things every day as well. And this has been a huge stress, like personally on myself too. And I know Jill mentioned like meditation and kind of having that time for yourself. And I think that that's really important. And for the three of us, I think to continually see each other and get through this and create a whole new adventure is helping us, as well as hopefully that we're able to help you a little bit too at home. Back into kind of our accountability and our motivation here, I did scribble some notes down of my own here. I love that we have the buddy system. I love that we are here for you. And at the end of the day, I did write this, and it might sound slightly harsh, and I don't mean it to. At the end of the day, you really need to be accountable just for yourself and really only rely on yourself. There won't always be somebody to pull you out of bed or to tell you, you got this, you can do this. So make yourself proud every day, I think is kind of huge. I know that sometimes is a struggle, but if it's just checking your things off on your list, like that makes me proud that I accomplished all those things. To feel like you have a purpose. You don't necessarily have to have a purpose for others. Like make yourself that purpose, especially now. I mean, self-care is going to be huge over these next few weeks. And don't think about the whole week. Just take one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. That helps me get through. I know if I can speak for the three of us here, when we have 6 classes to teach in one day, we're definitely not thinking about class number 6. We're thinking about what we're on right then and there, because we know the second one's going to suck, the third one's going to suck, the fourth one's going to suck. And by the end of the day, we are toast. So take one thing at a time. That's going to be our advice for the day, I think, right, ladies? One day at a time, one thing at a time. Yeah. Anything else you guys have left to kind of talk about with motivation, accountability, anything you want to share for our members and anybody else who's watching? Making new friends on social media all the time. Liking our videos from all over the world, which is nuts.
Slightly creepy.
Kind of creepy, yeah. Hey, we can.
Right.
I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you liked our video. Hold up. Ooh.
I think it's what you said too, Jen, though, of just taking it one day at a time, even in this, period that we're all going through, is like the days can seem to run together, like whether you're home working, you're home with your kids, you're home and not working, like just the day-to-day stuff. Like if we look, it can seem kind of bleak if we look too far out and like, oh, what is this going to feel like? What is this going to look like in 2, 3, 4 weeks, however long stuff ends up going, is like, okay, no, what can we, like, how can we break this down? What can we do one day at a time to like keep motivated, to stay healthy, to stay sane? Like,
For sure.
Yeah.
just, not putting that big pressure to have, everything figured out for this period of time. Just being okay to be one day at a time and just try to enjoy it too. Like, as much as we might complain about whether our spouse is working at home with us and being annoying, or we have our kids that are driving us insane, like to just be in the present and like enjoy each day as it comes. Because truly, like, what do we know what we have, tomorrow or next week?
True. Very true.
And if you're looking to take out some, frustration, that kickboxing video is to go. Grunting is required. So that will show you some moves to just beat up on your family a little bit, maybe.
And I apologize for the poor editing.
It was amazing. I loved it. And then watching the boot camp video that just went up today, which was super funny too. I had to watch the warm up, and I love that, like running around the track.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
I'll watch this and then go back to that. I listened really carefully in the warm up to see if I said after we passed the curtain, we can walk now. You couldn't hear me say it. Now you know we did.
Right, now I know.
But you could kind of hear some chatter in the background.
Oh.
It was a long day, okay?
Yeah, it's been a long week, ladies. Long week.
And it's only Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Oh.
You guys at home, this is kind of our plan, right? We're going to have a challenge at the end of this. Today, it's a water chug challenge. Look at that. So we're going to do that in just a moment and hopefully not spit it up all over our computer screens. But we hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, we are here for support, right? Again, we're here to talk, anything that you need. What we'll do is we'll put our emails in the comments on the bottom of this. I am no longer at work and couldn't get my work email to get attached to my phone because I hate technology. So I'm going to put my personal email in there. Again, feel free to reach out to me there. Any of us on Facebook as well, we'll do that. So, and again, put in the comments like what you'd like to hear us talk about. I know we had come up with some ideas the other day, like food logs, if that's helpful. I know all three of us eat a little differently. So whether you're vegetarian or like keto or a meat lover like Jill. We're going to kind of discuss some of that stuff too, just because different ways to get protein. That's another big question a lot of people ask. And yeah, so anything that you'd like to hear us talk about on the fitness related field, the three of us will be more than happy to have some conversations about it, hopefully give you some good information along the way. Yeah, I think that's probably it, ladies. You ready to chug this water? So for you guys at home, we have Nature's Touch, right, Jill? And it is 16.9 fluid ounces of water. The three of us are going to chug this entire bottle of water. Whoever wins without choking.
Oh gosh.
Which is the whole bottle. Or spit it out. That doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Or throwing up.
Yes, or throwing up. You can join us at home for this fun challenge, guys. Again, along the way, we've been pushing you through workouts. Hydration is huge. It's going to be one of our topics too as we get moving on this as well. So 17 almost fluid ounces of water going down this hatch. You guys ready?
Gotta stop laughing first.
I know, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh gosh.
You pop it so people know it's like legit. Isn't that what they do on YouTube? This is a full bottle of water, people. You can see the thing in there. It's not already empty. Once we finish it, we're going to crush this bottle. No laughing. At home, you guys. Are we ready? In 4, 3, 2, let's go. Jill is the winner. I feel like she has some drinking experience.
That was in high school. I left those days behind.
Whew. Instant gut ache right now. Keeping it positive, as always. Drink that water. I'm going to burp
Not that
in
fast.
just a second.
Woo.
Right. How we feeling? Hydrated is the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was going to say.
We won't be having water challenges or food challenges. We're not going to be eating pizza the fastest by any means. We might have a plank challenge coming for you later this week. So yeah, don't forget to, let me read my list. Like, share, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm working on this, guys. We're going to be on YouTube before you know it. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Right, ladies?
Woo!
Right.
Woo!
Woo!
Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you again soon.